Hello everyone and welcome to the fresh hell that is my next video for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in which I'm going to be taking on the Gentle Strength Part 14 level 180 Lost Chapter quest in Deuce's Lost Chapter. It's basically a chaos in all but name only, and it is the chaosiest of chaoses out of all the chaoses I've played. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to be bringing along a team of Ace, Warrior of Light and Sherlotta with a 3 out of 3 purple Ace friend support and Shiva summon. So this stage is absolutely bonkers, and I'm going to start off by saying if you can't get the completion on here and you don't want to spend any ingots and you're pulling for Ultimecia, just wait. Wait until Ultimecia gets here, and the time which will deliver us out of darkness into light, or maybe the other way around, but either way, Ultimecia is going to make this stage her bitch when she gets here, and I am going to take great joy in coming back to it and smashing those goddamn count steams with Ulti's power, and it's going to be glorious. But until that time arrives in a few days, we have to work with what we have. I don't have Aerith, I don't have Porum, and I do have Selphie, but I've not really got her to CS70 and I don't have that good artifacts for her, so my options are quite limited. I do have Ace, and I'll be honest, I am extremely tempted to put ingots into Ace because he's very fun to use, but I don't want to do it just yet because ingots do not grow on trees, and it is not technically necessary in order to complete this quest. So I have got him realised. He's at his base EX+, and I have almost perfect artifacts on him, which really helps, and I've got basically everything else. All of his summon board stuff is cleaned up. I've given him an armor ingot just so I can fit on all of his passives with his CP, and I have a nasty habit of buying costumes and just not using them. I don't really spend money in this game outside of costumes anymore, but I don't know, call it the collector's instinct. It's really bad. I know I shouldn't spend so much, but anyway, that being said, WoL is actually usable here, but the bosses, the count steams, have a really irritating property, because in the chaos difficulty they have gained resistance to ranged attacks, and they also counterattack ranged attacks, so all of WoL's throw bucklers are completely useless. He also can't use his EX, he can't even use his HP++. About the only two things he can do is spam Shining Shield and use HP+, but that's all that he needs to do if you get a little bit lucky and if you play it properly. Sherlotta is here because it is unavoidable that we will take HP damage here, and we need some way of healing it that doesn't involve using WoL's EX, because you do that and you're just going to get dumpstered on. And Ace is here because he's a synergy DPS and probably the best damage dealer in the game right now, next to Cloud, possibly even better than Cloud. In terms of raw damage, I would say Ace is actually more damaging than Cloud, but in terms of overall utility, I would say that Cloud still wins out. But I mean, Ace is magic and Cloud is physical, and they're both going to get shat on by Ultimecia, who's going to come out in a few days anyway. But this is pretty much as good as I'm able to get it right now. I've got Ace's artifacts here. My wall artifacts have not changed, they're the same as they always were. Same thing with my Sherlotta artifacts. You know, close enough to perfect. Prioritise Max Brave on that, and prioritise attack on Ace. And my friend Ace is looking pretty fine as well. To be honest, I wouldn't actually mind a 108 and Spiral's End, but I think like 5% attack is not going to make that much of an extra difference compared to 330 Max Brave. But I'm not going to farm for an extra 130 Max Brave. I've realised his armour as well, because Ace's plus HG plus actually does give him a bit more Max Brave as well. He has a terrifyingly high Max Brave, I've found. Like, even outside of Synergy, it's over 10,000. It's like 11,000 base Max Brave. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, I'm really tempted to put ingots into Ace, because I know that Kuja will be getting his EX+. In next month. It's actually just been announced on the Square Enix stream that the new Awakening batch will happen, I think, on December 9th. And Kuja gets his EX+ at that time as well. Now, in terms of function, Ace and Kuja are very similar. I'm going to say that Ace is actually better, in my opinion, than Kuja, but Kuja's a favourite of mine, and I still haven't made my mind up which one I'm going to go for, if either of them. But I'm probably going to pick one of them just so I have extra magic users to use in Dimension's End. And it is probably going to be Ace, because I had my fun with Kuja back when his EX first came out and he was absolutely broken. So I'm probably not going to use him again. Ace hasn't really had any time in the spotlight, because even when he got his level 70 in his rework, I still used Noctis instead of Ace. Although I do think I had a video of like I did use Ace a bit in the Willy co-op. But anyway, let's jump into it. Let's not stall anymore. I don't even know if I'm going to complete this, to be honest, because I've done it a couple of times, but not consistently. It is very difficult. There is no shame if you're not able to do it. Just wait for Ultimecia. It's the easiest thing to do. Honestly, there's no shame in it. So anyway, I am going to be using up all of WoL's throw bucklers, like outside. I'm going to be using up all of his throw bucklers before I get to the final wave, because they're pretty much useless in the final wave, you know? And conversely, I will also be saving all of the shining shields I can for the final wave as well. So let's sell stuff here. We also want to save as many skills as possible when we get to the bosses, because we are going to need them. I will use a spiral combo here though. Go. I just used the spiral combo for the attack buff on Ace. Okay, so here, this one's targeting Wall, this one's targeting Sherry. To be honest, I'm actually going to throw my buckler at the one that's targeting Wall, because I don't want them both to target Wall, because they are very, very likely to do like a drain HP attack, and I don't want Wall taking more damage. Like, I don't want him taking 2 characters worth of damage, you know what I mean? So sometimes breaking out of order can be helpful. Now with Sherlotta, I want to save as many of these as I can, so I'm not going to be using them willy-nilly. I'll make use of the battery that we get from Wall's bucklers. Meanwhile, Ace is just going to go in with Mega Burst, because we do need to get his Shizaku stacks up, because we don't have any ingots in him. Oh, nice! That wasn't an HP attack. Didn't expect that. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and Shining Wave here. Ah, nice, pick up the yellow one. So I think I'm just going to HP here. That may have been a mistake. But that's fine. As I said, we need to save all the skills we can for the bosses. We are absolutely going to need them. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that as well. Because the yellow aura does give you attack as well. So that's our last throw buckler. Okay, there we go. We're in the boss wave. Finally. And may or may not end up resetting here. Let's find out, shall we? So I'm going to refresh like the crystal. Can finally start using a few skills on Sherlotta. And I am going to respect the break order for this one. I'm going to Mega Burst because we need to get our stacks up with Ace. So with Wall, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to HP plus, because this doesn't actually have a Brave hit on it, so this will not trigger the boss's counter attack. Let's see, is that a smart idea? I'm not sure if that's smart, because if I don't do that, then both... No, what I'm going to do So I'm going to HP plus. And then I'm going to Brave attack with Ace, so it doesn't get broken. Oh, I didn't even need to. Okay, that's fine. That works. Okay, I guess I'm just going to go in with the Shining Shields then. Okay, we got the red aura. To be honest, the red aura is my favourite one in Chaos because that gives 40% attack to everyone. And against Chaos defenses, you're really going to like the extra attack. So here, basically, the only thing a wall can do at the moment now is just spam Shining Shield. That's literally it. Because anything else is going to get him countered to hell. So it shouldn't be too bad at this point. So, oh wow, it even missed. But even if it hadn't have missed, we'd have only taken 1000 HP damage. Like, it's not too bad at this point. Oh nice, we finally got our thingy. So we've lost the attack buff on Ace, so I'm going to go in with a Great Spiral. But we want to try and save all the Great Spiral combos we can towards the end stages, because they hit very hard. So we're going to lose the EX buff here, unfortunately. But I'm going to Hurl Staff because if I was to use skill 1, it wouldn't be enough to recharge it. We can like take it relatively easy. Okay, so this all attack will be a HP attack, the first one of these. We can take it relatively easy for the time being, but when they get to about 50% health, they're going to start buffing up with lots of invisible buffs. And so you'll want to try and keep damaging them evenly, so they're getting to 50% around the same time, and around that time is when you want to bring your friend Ace, go into summon, and just nuke them down, because after they proc their invisible buffs, the second turn they get afterwards, one of them will use a HP attack again, and it will end you, like it will ruin you, so be careful. So that amount of damage is sadly unavoidable. All we can do is just keep on shielding. Sadly, we do have to use the EX when we can, which might result in us getting a less favourable aura. It's time to get this back up. Not quite going to start going in with the skill 2s just yet. It's not quite time. I have to say though, I've not played Type 0, but this is a pretty banging soundtrack. I quite like the OST. So one thing I like about HP++ is it has high turn rate. In fact, all of his skills do. All of Ace's skills have high turn rate. Some just have a higher turn rate than others. That's a very strong HP++ that Ace has. Like, not even joking. I think that's part of what makes him so good for Chaos. But we are on something of a time limit here because WoL only has so many skills left. So we want to be careful about how many we have as well. Yeah, that means nothing. Well, look at that for damage. That is some saucy damage. So we get to do another jackpot shot. Okay, so this aura is not the greatest, but it slows the enemy down, the black card, so that might actually be quite helpful around this kind of time. So I'm not going to go in right now, but to be honest, I think when Sherlotta gets her next turn, it's time to sort of set up and go into the summon. I should be using my additional ability on WoL as well, I know that. Okay, let's break them. Yeah, because after this they're going to start sort of, after this they're going to start buffing up, or at least B is. After B takes a turn, it'll start buffing up, and after A does, it will as well, but I actually want to get things rolling before that happens, so we're going to pop one of these. And then skill 1, and then skill 2 will be enough. Or rather, this will be enough to charge the EX. We're going to EX up. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to pop this on wall so they come out of break. Swap out wall for Ace. So I want to try and take as many turns as I can before they get there. Okay. Yeah, it's time. Let's go. So I'm just going to Tranquil Light for now. It would be a bit of a waste to use Crystal Generation at this point. And here is where we go absolutely ham with Ace. It's a pity we don't have a red aura right now. In fact, if the friend Ace can get to the point where he can use his EX, then I'm absolutely going to do that. Or I can just do this. Okay, still a black aura, I see. That's unfortunate. Ah, but friend Ace can pop his EX. What's this going to give us? A red aura. That's perfect for like the one turn that he's going to be around. I'm going to save that. I'm absolutely going to stall these things out a bit more. Speaking of stalling out, let's do this. So the other one recovers. Ah, I thought for sure it was going to recover. Never mind. Let's use Tranquil Light so our friend Ace doesn't get broken. You still have the black aura, which is kind of nice actually for the turn order. So that actually works out in my favour, because the friend got broken, so I can take advantage of the red aura while I use this jackpot shot. And now I've got one of my own, so RNG was on my side this time. This was quite nice. Oh, and we've gone back to HP plus on WoL, which is actually good. The shields wore off. So I can not get countered. Now, I don't want to say anything prematurely, but it should be in the bag from here. Because the summon timing was really good, and we managed to delay their turns with Sherlotta's skills. Yeah, I'm not going to take any chances. Shining Shield it is. And this should be it. There we go. That went, honestly, a lot better than I was expecting. This was actually the first take. There we go. That is going to be my recorded clear of Deuce's last chapter. So, yeah, if you don't have Ace, and you don't have like a purple Cryle or something, then all I'm going to say is it's going to be very, very difficult. Like, I've reset a lot more times, and I kind of made it look easier here than it really actually is. So yeah, no shame if you can't clear this one. Just hold on until Ultimecia is coming on Thursday, pull on her stuff, come back, and just have a grand old time, because that's what I plan to do. Anyway, I hope this has at the very least been somewhat helpful. I did actually try and use Realm before, because I wanted to try and get off a clear with Realm, but I feel like she works really well with Cryle, which I'm not really willing to invest ingots into, at least not at the moment. Anyway, I hope at least some people out there find this helpful, and until next time, take care and goodbye.